Well folks, welcome back to the workshop to another power tool repair video. Now, this one is just a wee quickie. That's just a quick and easy fix. Putting this on simply because a lot of people have been asking me to put more videos on SDS plus drills, how to fix them. So I've added this one in. I know it's a very quick one, but people have been asking. So this one, the customer says, is not holding a bit. This is one I get asked all the time. I want to know how much it's going to be to actually replace the whole chuck, to dismantle all of this here and replace the whole lot because it's no longer holding a bit. I get asked that all the time. If your SDS drill is not holding a bit, if it's just falling out, or if you can't get it in, no, you don't need to replace the whole chuck. Not unless it's one of the changeable ones where you can actually just click it off. This one here is fixed. This here's an older Hitachi drill. Doesn't matter what brand it is, they're all basically the same. The DH26PX, not an expensive drill, but quite a nice wee drill to be honest. You get them with a changeable chuck as well. If that happens, you can just replace it. But the same repair works on the changeable chucks as well. You can normally get the parts for those here chucks, but this one is just one solid chuck up on here. It actually goes all the way back into the machine. You can't just pull this off. The actual chuck metal part as part of the tool holder that goes all the way back into the piston. Very expensive and difficult to replace the whole lot, but you don't need to do that. Everybody always asks how much it's going to cost because they think it's very expensive, but you don't have to do all that. So this one is running and she's hammering, but this is not staying on. That's the only problem, and you can sort of get a clue what the problem is if you run it and drill. See that wobble? That tells you a lot. Either it's been dropped or kicked, or he's been driving it into the concrete, but it's spinning all over the place. The problem is not the whole tool holder, it's just probably one or two wee components inside. If it was the Makita one, it would probably just be this clip. But as you can see on this one, it's more than likely the sleeve. That's not gone back far enough. So imagine this has been dropped. I would say the steel ball has been knocked out of it. Pull off the wee rubber cap. There's a wee C-clip underneath here. Pop that up. If you can, prise that up. Take off your clip. There we go. Everything's flying out at me. So that shouldn't have come out. Inside, you have your spring, your plate, steel ball, and your sleeve, and your metal ring for locking it. Everything in place. Nothing broken. Tool holder. If it's very old, it can sometimes wear out the keyways. But as you can see, both of those are still in place. She's basically brand new. 2017, so she's 7 or 8 years old, but she hasn't done an awful lot of work. This, honestly, what needs to be done is nothing. It just needs to be rebuilt. That's it. Sometimes these here can crack. They can break open in this particular Hitachi one, but this one's not. What's happened is it's got a kick or a drop, and the ball has come out of here and slid between this and the sleeve. So the ball was probably running around inside of here or something, and the sleeve just couldn't go down far enough, so it couldn't get the ball back in. And it's also the steel ball that locks your chisel into the holder. So really, there ain't much wrong. And you're going to quickly clean this here, and we'll just rebuild it. Now, I know what you are probably thinking. There doesn't take much to go wrong inside of this here for the chuck to stop working. It's a very basic setup, but it's actually not. There ain't much in it, and there ain't very big parts, but these generally do not fail. This is actually quite a reliable setup here. There's only a few metal parts just doing essential jobs, and they're all held together by a plastic sleeve and a cap on top. That's basically it. And it's not just the Hitachi or Hikoki machines. This is basically the same setup no matter what brand you buy now. At the beginning, when this sort of stuff started coming on the market, SDS tools, every brand would have basically a different type of setup for holding the chisel and a different type of tool holder. But now they've basically all just amalgamated into the one basic setup. They've kept scaling back the parts, getting rid of anything that wasn't necessary, anything was too thick, anything was over engineered. Basically everything, every brand now looks like this. Doesn't matter if it's Hitachi, Bosch, Makita, Halta, even Parkside or Dirt Devil, whatever other cheap brand there is. They're basically all the same. They have these here basic components inside, and that's what holds the chisel into the tool holder. The only thing that really goes wrong in it is a few wee small parts. These Hitachis, these steel rings, they can sometimes snap. If they crack or break in half, you have to replace that. That's the biggest thing for the Hitachis. The Makita is the rubber caps on the top. These can sometimes wear if you're drilling all the way into the hole, so that the cap is actually rubbing. It wears away the rubber and slides down the tool holder and leaves the tool holder in the open position all the time. Apart from that, the only other thing goes wrong is maybe the sleeves. They can be used too much or too close to the hole or into the edge of something, and they rub and wear out the plastic. Or if they catch and rub and the drill's running, it just spins around, or the drill spins and this stays static and it melts the plastic inside. That can happen a lot on the DeWalt ones. Apart from that, nothing really else goes wrong. The wee washers don't wear, the clips don't wear, the spring doesn't wear. Only on the Hitachi I've seen these here break. Sometimes the steel balls can wear out if it's only a cheaper drill and it's a very mild steel ball. But these are all a 7mm steel ball anyway. You can either smash a bearing or just order them online. You don't have to get them from the manufacturer. 10 or 20 cent buys you a wee steel ball for these things. The only other thing for most brands is the cap sometimes wears out. The only time you have to replace a tool holder is when the thing's worn clean out. If it looks anything like this here fresh, it's not the tool holder, it's just going to be your chuck that's actually wrong. Something in here has either come loose or jammed up and just need to be stripped apart, re-greased, cleaned out and rebuilt again. That generally fixes it every time. When they look like this, it's not an expensive fix. When they're 10 or 20 years old and been used daily, sometimes the keyways inside of here will wear out. When that happens, you're more than likely better off replacing the machine than replacing the tool holder. Or if it's a changeable chuck, sometimes the changeable chucks, the keyways wear out a lot quicker. So like the DeWalt ones, they don't last an awful lot of time, especially in the 54 volt SDS drills. The tool do wear out quite quick, the wee keyways, but it'd still be worth fixing if it's a changeable chuck. But this one, very, very, very straightforward, very reliable, and nothing really ever goes wrong unless the component breaks inside. So now, with everything clean, we just need a bit of grease, rebuild this, and that's it. There'll be nothing else wrong with it. We don't need to replace anything at all. And rebuilding them couldn't be easier. Don't even need any special tools. A screwdriver, flat screwdriver is basically all you need for this. Bit of tool holder grease on the end. The most awkward thing, most things people get wrong, is the spring. It does not go on this way. It does go on this way. The cone should be facing up because it's catching this here washer. There's a flat side to match this here flat side on the tool holder where the ball goes on. That goes on first. Push that down, drop your steel ball in, and that catches in that there washer. It's this here that's actually holding in your chisel. So if you push this in, the ball drops into this track. Whenever the sleeve comes up, it's this here metal ring that holds the ball in place so that the chisel can't come out, your bit can't come out. When you push this down, this moves out of the way and allows the ball to move inside the sleeve and take your chisel out. That's all it's doing. Your sleeve over the top then, and a clip just holds it together. Cap just finishes it off. And that's it. Not a thing wrong with it. You'd be surprised how often I get them in like this. The customer just wants the job priced first to see how much it's going to cost to replace the whole chuck. But these aren't like the chuck on a drill where the chuck is actually replaced. These are actually part of the whole tool holder, unless they have a changeable chuck which you just clip off anyway. You can replace that, but that'll cost, depending on the brand, anywhere from 50 to 70 euro. But these ones, a wee bit more basic. You can't really easily stick on a chuck, but you can get an adapter with this end and a thread on it to put a normal chuck onto it. Cheaper way of doing it instead of having a changeable chuck. There's nothing really else goes wrong with these things. If they stop working on you, open it up, clean it out, a little bit of grease, and put it back together correctly. 90% of the time, you won't even need to buy a part. You don't have to replace the whole chuck or the whole tool holder. Most of the time, there's nothing actually wrong. Say this man, because it's done very little, and it's 7 or 8 years old, say it's just a DIYer, and he wasn't using it properly, and maybe just dropped the drill or something like that, and gave the chuck a bang, or landed funny, and knocked that steel ball out of place. Maybe this slid back, and the ball knocked out, and that's what got the steel ball out, and that's why it wouldn't hold the chisel. Put it back together right, that's your problem solved. That's it. That's just a wee simple one for today. If you have an SDS Plus drill and it ever stops holding the chisel on you, don't worry, it ain't that big a deal. It's very easy to fix and not expensive. Probably one of the big things as well for people getting rid of drills or selling them on. If your drill stops holding the chisel inside the chuck, don't be just buying a new one. Fix it. And if you ever see them for sale with a problem not holding the bits, problem with the chuck, you're going to be getting a very cheap and easily fixed machine. But anyway, folks, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this quick wee SDS repair video. Hopefully it'll be helping somebody out there. Don't be throwing out your drill if that ever happens to you. It's very, very easy fix. But anyway, thanks for watching. As always, folks, give us a wee like and a follow down below if you like the videos. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Till next time, I'll chat to you later.